Every morning, stopping by the same cafe before work had become a small but precious ritual, a moment to prepare for the day. I'd take my coffee, sit at my usual table, and spend a few minutes just being with myself. But that morning, there was a surprise waiting for me. On the table was a note written on a napkin. "Your smile is like a ray of sunshine." I glanced around, but whoever had left the note was already gone. Still, that small gesture left me feeling surprised and secretly delighted. I couldn't stop thinking about the note all day. Who could have left such a message? Was it a stranger, or maybe someone I knew? I tried to dismiss it as a one-time gesture, but I couldn't help feeling a bit excited. The next morning I returned to the same table and again I found another note. "There's a story in your eyes, one I'd love to discover." A warm feeling spread through me as I read those words. I carefully tucked the napkin into my bag, trying to hide my curiosity for this mysterious admirer. Each morning, I found myself at that same table, greeted by a new, thoughtfully written note. "Watching you, I see just how unique each small detail is." Reading these words, I felt an attraction growing inside me that I could no longer ignore. Knowing that someone observed me with such care made me feel inexplicably special. Every note left me with a warmth that lingered through the day, filling my thoughts with this mysterious figure. One day I gathered my courage and left a note of my own. "If you were to join me this morning, what kind of coffee would you prefer?" Waiting for a reply had me impatient all day. The next morning I was thrilled to find an answer. "Black coffee, just like you." That response sent a thrilling shiver through me, and I knew that what had started as a simple game was turning into something much more meaningful. Every morning I found myself eager for another message. The notes became more personal over time. One day I found one that read, "Perhaps it's time we met?" My heart raced. This mysterious admirer was no longer just a curiosity. I was undeniably drawn to him. I wanted to meet him, yet a part of me feared what might happen if the magic of this game faded once we did. Despite my hesitation, I left my reply. "Let's meet. Tonight. At 8. At 8 o'clock, I waited by the cafe door, a mix of excitement and nervous anticipation swirling within me. Part of me worried that the connection we'd shared through notes might lose its mystery once we met. Then, as the door opened, I saw a familiar face. Adrian, the man who often sat in the corner with his coffee, the one who'd smile gently when our eyes met. He walked over and introduced himself, and in that moment, as I gazed into his eyes, I felt my heart race. When Adrian sat across from me, the atmosphere between us felt magnetic. It was as if we'd both been waiting for this moment. As our conversation deepened, I felt both calm and excited in a way I hadn't in a long time. Each of his words, each glance, seemed to pull me in. I hadn't felt this alive in ages. As the night went on, our conversation became warmer and more natural. There was a gentle kindness in his eyes and an honesty in his words that drew me closer to him with every second. When he offered to drive me home, I agreed, grateful for any extra time we could share. As we sat quietly in his car, illuminated by the soft glow of street lamps, I could feel the connection between us grow even stronger. My heart beat wildly, deepening with each word he spoke. When we arrived at my place, I hesitated to leave. I looked at him and, with a shy smile, said, "Maybe we could enjoy one more coffee inside?" He returned a soft smile and nodded, accepting my invitation. As we stepped into my home, I knew neither of us could deny the connection between us any longer. Once we were seated in the living room, the distance between us vanished. We locked eyes, and the silence between us held more meaning than any words could. Adrian gently placed his hand over mine, and I felt a rush of warmth and excitement. Slowly, he leaned closer, and when our lips met, all of my unspoken feelings poured out. The kiss was deep, passionate, and beyond anything I'd expected. As our kiss deepened, my heartbeat quickened, and a warmth enveloped me. Adrian's hands gently rested on my face, drawing me closer. This moment felt like something I'd been waiting for my entire life. Each touch, every glance exchanged between us was something unforgettable. After some time, Adrian pulled back gently, offering a soft smile. "I think it's best we end the evening here," he said kindly. He took my hand to say goodbye, his eyes warm and understanding. As I watched him leave, I felt a deep joy and a lingering excitement. Closing the door, I knew that tonight had left an indelible mark on me. I'd carry this memory in my heart, a sweet reminder of the unexpected connection we shared, one that would forever hold a special place within me.